That is so bad. Ooh, that is crazy. Yo, man, stop fucking laying down like a fucking butt. Damn. They're going for big. Right side.
Enemy! Rats here!
You are ass. Yo, what was my hit rate right there? Ridiculous.
Take your sights, I'm not pulling through! Survival's always a nice surprise.
No way you're not. Dang. This guy's level 31. How you level 31, dude?
Yeah, dude, I ain't level 31.
Wait, shit, how the fuck are you level 31?
Oh, that's dope. Broker? Yeah, I have to be. Bro, 1,000%, bro. Them shits are life changing. I found a good pack guy, bro. Changed my life, bro. First time I ever got back money, bro. Like, bro, no, you get back this up with the fuck I'm paying him to do it. Like, it's. I'm fucking with it, I believe. Charlie. Huh? Worth it for the money that it was taking. It's not the problem. I'm just saying it costs a lot of money, and I just don't see if it's going to be beneficial. That's what I'm saying. If you come up with a plan that makes sure it doesn't cost that much, then maybe. They don't have. You really play this part? Dude, what? Really, like, it is like everybody's going like, I don't know. It just feels like a normal TTK.
Okay, so MW3's beta. These are kind of going to be my thoughts. So I'm just going to be talking through them, whether you guys agree or not. I'm just letting it be known, like, my opinion about the entire game. So, yeah. So first off, I want to say the beta was an amazing experience. I'm so glad there's a skill gap and there's movement back, because these kids in MW2 cannot handle us moving around and them not just being able to point and aim for them, because we all know the aim assist was broken. As a controller player, the aim assist was broken on MW2. It is so sticky. It is basically soft aim, you know what I'm saying? Also, on top of that, the map pool, that is one thing I did have an issue with. It's too small of a map pool, and on top of that, I mean, only, I'd say like 2 to 3 maps were actually playable in a way. I mean, and that's including high rise, and high rise is spawns. That leads me into another thing. The spawns on the game are actually garbage, and that's with saying that, like, this entire game was a W so far. But like, I'm just gonna name all the cons, because everything that's good about it, I'll get into that later. But right now we're gonna talk about the cons. Spawns, it's like, it makes no sense. Like, even when tested, there's no holding people. Like, if you're holding, say on domination, 2 points, logically they should be on the point that you don't have captured. So say we have A and B, they have C, right? They're not spawning just C, they're spawning B, and then sometimes, even if one person is pushed up over by C, even A. And so it's just a back and forth capture thing. And I get you're trying to make it fair for everybody, but the spawns make no sense. Domination, you're supposed to be able to dominate certain zones. To be honest, if they're getting spawn trapped, they got themselves in that position, and it's up to them to find their way out. With that being said, I'm not gonna say much more about spawns. I mean, other than it's total crap. Visibility. So character visibility, right? You guys did make a hotfix where visibility is better, but I have noticed on the darker maps like Skid Row, right? It's very hard to see people still. And also same with high rise. Sometimes on the lower section, it's kind of hard. People blend it. It's like, you know, in MW2, even in MW2, characters are kind of colorful. They have like an outline, and you can tell what a person is versus the environment. And I think it's the lack thereof color on either the map or the actual characters, or maybe even both, right? I think that it just needs more vibrance to the game, whether it be the characters, whether it be the maps. Just kind of revamp it. I understand you're trying to go for an OG look and they weren't very vibrant per se, but nowadays that's what people look for. They want that serotonin boost, and color is what, you know, it helps part of that. And so I feel like it's a very important thing that you guys make the maps more vibrant. The only one that I couldn't complain on was Rust, but again, that's a bunch of little dark colored characters or red characters running on a tan map. So if you can't see them, you're blind. That's why Rust 24/7 was the most played mode in the game. Also, Estate. I'm just gonna go and talk about each map now. Estate was too big, and you could also barely see people on that map. At range, you can't see the red dot, you can't see their name. So they're literally blending you with trees from a mile away and rocks and stuff, when realistically I should be able to see where they are. Like, and the dots and the names are also so tiny. So like, say when you're in the main building on the hill and you're looking down at greenhouse, when you're looking at the greenhouse, right, you can still barely see people, right? And it's tough. It's really tough, because I like the type of map it is, but it's too big. Like, you need to cut off a section. I know it's an OG map, but I mean, for modernization's sake, you definitely should have just made the map smaller. I'm not even gonna sit here and complain and think about words that I don't need to think about. You should have just made it smaller. You were modernizing everything. You should have modernized the size of the map. Nobody wants a map that big. I mean, if you want a map that big, then keep it for ground war, because I mean, ground war would work great on the map, but I did not see that in the rotation. Nor could I get into a ground war match because nobody's playing that shit. Rust, can't complain. Spawns are a little bit iffy, but it's a lot easier to control and look around since it's such a close quarters map. High Rise, good map. Spawns are shit. That's all I'm gonna say. That's the only issue. Favela, too vertical. I mean, that map is dog shit. That should not be in rotation, especially in the beta. Verticality of that map is ridiculous. Nobody wants to have to aim that high. There's not enough time, and people are just camping roofs, right? Or yeah, I mean, it just plays too slow for a fast-paced game. Skid Row, great map. A lot of places too dark, and it's not vibrant enough. Another thing with the vibrance, you gotta add more color. Characters blend in. Other than that, I love the map. I love the layout. I think it would be very good competitive map for like Hardpoint or Search and Destroy. But yeah, it just needs more color, all in all. Now, what I did like about the game is the way the game plays. It's very fast, very high paced. I love it. And on top of that, the guns feel great. The hit registration on my end felt great. The gun pool was awesome. I'm glad we got to try new things. SMGs, ARs, like, they all feel great. They all feel like they can do damage and they can be used regardless. Like the Bass P and the Striker, two favorite weapons in the beta. For the actual UI, I think it's a lot less cluttered than the original one. Everybody say it's a copy and paste UI. It's relative, but it's also basic, and that's what everybody wants. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants the UI where you guys had in MW2, where I quite literally had to press on like 3 different things to get to the game mode that I wanted. That's inconvenient and stupid, and it makes me irritated. It makes me just not want to play the game. I'm like already chalked before I start a match. Yeah, but like I said, all in all, the beta feels 10 times better. Let me stress this, 10 times better than any of the games that have came out in the last like 3 years. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay before I had this little one-on-one with you guys. But yeah, I'm excited for the launch, and I hope you guys are too. I'll see you probably in a MW2 video. Unfortunately, we have to go back to that shit game.